had to cut them heats down. I'm thinking 72. They're rolling. Appreciate all I see. Woman Naughty up there. I ain't seen him in 50, 100 years. Nephew E. Appreciate all of them. And others that listen in and come. Y'all want y'all to keep greeting. Service started. That's what y'all do. Stand right down. You can find these people anywhere, can't you? All right, everybody all right? I don't know. Yeah, service done started now. Y'all had to greet earlier. Y'all start leaving all y'all extra junk y'all bringing here, leaving here, leave it in your car, put it up under your tire so you can run it over and smash it up in the parking lot. Y'all bring a bunch of stuff in just to sit on the table. You coming in here, just leave it in your car. Very interesting. Anyway, that's one of them things I just noticed and just look at. Try to get, appreciate Mr. Yahuwah for allowing us to be here once again. Give us another opportunity to get this thing right, consider our ways before it's too long, too late. Also, while I'm talking to those watching in, we're looking to start back service at 8 o'clock. Shabbat later, we see the Shemash stand up later. So giving people as much time as possible to get finished so they can do what they got to do. So we'll move it back to 8. It was because the Shemash dropped earlier, so we were getting through earlier, and we just setting so we come on in earlier. So we'll look to move back to 8 o'clock starting this Friday, Yahuwah willing. Most of all, trying to move it and making sure we following and complying with all Mr. Yahuwah, his Torah. That's his direction and his instruction. If we're going to be Yasha, delivered, saved, we're going to make sure we complying. The only way to do that is to look and see what does say Mr. Yahuwah at the end of the day. And I told y'all before, that place wrapping up, they're just not telling you about it. Turkey got another earthquake hit them. 6 point something hit them again, dropped the top of some more buildings. The man said he's going to build 240-some thousand business houses in a year. First of all, he need to stop the shaking. They had, right now, they had about 9,000 plus aftershocks. Can you imagine that? 9,000 plus. They about like 9,200 aftershocks. He ain't done yet. Like they said, he ain't done yet. You know, over here, they got places, trains done hit head-on collided, and other places, planes keep almost having near accidents here in America. The FAA, who are they ain't doing no better. Mr. Yahuwah, he toppling everything. If you're in the air, you're coming down. You're on the ground, you're crashing. There's something going on. I mean, at the end of the day, I don't see why people don't consider. If it was ever time to get right, it's today. It's just been, it ain't getting no, every time you look on the news, it ain't getting no better. I mean, you got a blizzard unheard of in California coming all the way down. Then you had hurricanes, tornadoes coming out of Texas going all the way up. I mean, it's never ending. You just sitting around and waiting. If you're a world leader, get ready to break the wire. He getting ready to break the bank. Ain't that right? Big bank take little bank. There's whoever finna take your money. And like everybody there in Turkey will fade off the news after a while. Nobody stay with that. At first, you know, it's news. You've seen it. You see it. That's how they do all disasters. They'll run up. They put a lot of news stuff. Oh, help here in Turkey. Then you'll see it drifting away. Turkey. All the news stations will agree. Stop showing it. Make it look like it's fixed and keep moving. Then you'll see them cry later on. Oh, nobody's helping me. Oh, we're not getting no help. People abandoning me. All these countries got their own problem. I don't know who ain't got their own problem. I mean, not just the country. What people ain't got their own problem? Everybody got their own debt. You still fighting a dumb war with Ukraine and Russia. Both of them dumb. One of them ain't no smarter than the other one. Ain't no use of picking no sides. Just be honest, both of them dummies. All they did is made a mess. You got the whole world sitting around here. You got people on the brink of starvation. You shot up every bullet, every bomb, and made a complete mess. Y'all think this war costs money? What do you go do to rebuild? You ain't seen no business. The bill gonna be when they going to try to rebuild it. You know, America was projected, they spent about $75 billion on a 20-year war in Afghanistan. America spent that in 1 year on this one. $75 billion, that's what they spent over 20 years in Afghanistan. They spent that in 1 year in Ukraine. You think Ukraine need to keep fighting? In Russia? Two idiots. I wouldn't give neither one of them nothing. Let them sit there and go broke. Wouldn't buy nothing from them. They'll quit. Don't buy nothing from them. Don't let them sell you nothing. They'll sit there and they'll burn each other out. They'll realize they're stupid. We need to stop it. You're affecting the whole world. And the sad part, again, whenever white people fight, y'all drag everybody in it. Africa been fighting for hundreds of years. Ain't nothing stopped yet. What we got a supply? What we lost a supply of? Well, two white folk don't like each other. They fight. They drag the whole world in it. And it's terrible, man, anybody. It's terrible anybody doing it. It's just a crime shame that everybody got to suffer because of two people's stupidity. World leaders going to tell a lie. Ain't that product? It might be about some sleazy slut. Zelensky might have banged a girl he liked or something. I'm telling you, I don't believe none of these people. These folks tell lies. Talking about policy change. One of them might have snorted one line longer than another one. Don't believe them. It don't be nothing serious. It ain't never nothing said something stupid. George Bush killed Saddam Hussein. He said after a while, he said, oh, he tried to kill my dad. So that's how we work. What the hell, over here, I can't kill nobody because somebody say want to kill somebody in my family. They gonna tell me let the legal system handle it. Why you don't let the judicial system? They got an international world court. See, they'll push stuff on you that they themselves won't do. Now, they won't do it. They'll tell me they killed Gaddafi. They said Gaddafi was a threat. How you wind up killing his sons? And Saddam, I can't kill nobody and their kids. They'll call me some kind of mass murderer killer. They'll tell me that was a piss poor decision. And in society today, we don't do that. They do it all the time. See, everything they try to tell you they don't do, they do it all the time. They lie on people. They arrest the wrong people. They kill the wrong people. They kill people for a little bit of nothing. And if I just have to look at Ken and I shoot him, they say, man, you can't shoot nobody for looking at you. Y'all do it all the time. They said China had a spy balloon. What was the spy balloon doing? Looking at them. Now they're ready to kill China they're going to tell me I can't kill nobody for looking at me. How you can kill somebody for looking at you? See, they'll tell you, see, it's a matter of security. How it ain't a matter of security? It could be a homosexual trying to get in my drawer. That's a matter of security. I ain't trying to get no sis and no pickle. I think it ought to be illegal. If a citizen if he come to the register, he got a glass of pickle, the cashier need to slam it on the ground. Pick the pickles up and say, get the glass, because you've been cut. Y'all don't know. Don't ask me how I come up with all this good material, just come to me. Dwayne Devin, I'm tell y'all I hate him. That joker there is a straight hater. He might get one or two out every blue moon. I'm talking about when last time y'all seen a blue moon? That's the last time he got a fun out. Isn't that right? Isn't that about 75 years before that? So you just tell how far in between it taking to get them. But at the end of the day, our goal is to make sure we get this right. I can't stress that enough for everybody. Hey, how many of y'all been doing more self-examination since the lesson Friday stuff? Don't just be joining. If you hadn't, you should. That's everybody. When I tell you examine everything you got. Examine your relationship. I'm talking about with your kids, your husband, your wife, with yourself, with other people. And that way you can kind of get an idea of where you are. Because this route that we own to Mr. Yahuwah is a route to where you got to lose something. If you don't take inventory of what you got, because you'll be surprised. You don't want to find out when it's getting time closer, you making it in, and you take inventory, you didn't check that, and that's something you really love, you can't live without, and you're going to wind up dying for it. See, I ain't got nothing worth dying for. I like to spend every dime I got before I leave, though. If the world going to end, just let me spend it somewhere. Isn't that right? I need to bust that $5 down. Because just say the world end and somebody get up at the last minute and be like, here go $5. I'd rather not be mine. You know what I'm saying? You just can't take no chances. I had somebody one time, I asked them to pick somebody one time. I just told them to do some picking. Hey! That's a whole long. But anyway, as the world turns, which way is it turning? Can y'all believe they say the world's spinning so fast on an axle? That's how we're able to stand still. And I get dizzy on a merry-go-round. I know it don't make sense. You don't believe it either? I don't believe nothing these folks say. I don't believe nothing. These folks tell so many lies. How these folks getting out of here and the thing's spinning? I don't believe. Any of y'all ever been drunk before? Don't tell no lies. I know a bunch of y'all been drunk. I know what you're saying. Lancaster, you been drunk before. You ain't never been drunk. Man, go get you some liquor. You know, preacher can't be wrong. So anyway, Lancaster been drunk before. So anyway, it just come to pass. So now, you had to put that foot on that ground. That thing started spinning. Oh, you done been drunk before, ain't you? I said liquor, like old liquor look like. If something finna be old mug, not no liquor. Now, but I'm just saying, you remember how many of y'all had to put that foot on the ground before? Man, you been in that bed, and you don't know how to. That thing you got to catch it for it. When you land in that thing, get to roll it, and it getting faster, you done. And where you mess up at? When you get up. When you sit up, that thing say, I'll meet you there. Ed laughing. Ed, you remember that? You hear that thing spinning, and you know, listen, by the time you do that number, by the time you sit up like that, that thing say, I'm coming out. I want the world to know. Yeah, that's a bad spinning. I don't believe the world's spinning. I believe it's spiraling out of control. And now's a good time for us to assess where we are and assess the things we have and look at what's the most important thing for us. And you know, people will say salvation is the most important thing, but that's proven out in our works. And the only way to really prove it out is to touch things that's near and dear to you, things that you consider precious and untouchable, because that's show where you're at. Yeah, you'd be surprised. A lot of things come in your life. It come to show you where you're at. Don't look at when Mr. Yahuwah, when he allows things to enter into your presence. You know what I'm saying? To where you're tempted. They make no mistake, he don't tempt you, but it gives you an opportunity to know where you're at. Because I'm telling you, desires, a lot of times, some desires will change over a period of time because of maturing, or you see the end of a thing. Like me drinking. I got past that. You know, I remember seeing a cold, sweaty beer with some ice on the side of it, and that thing sweating like it done ran a marathon. I remember that. I remember what it tastes like when you pop it. It got a little ice in it, and that's the best one to drink. You take. Rod used to drink. Heavy. You wouldn't drink. That's pee. Well, you do pee a lot, then. You can't get drunk off Coors. Two of them. Man, that's my warm-up. If I bought a six-pack, that was for me. It wasn't even enough to share. Look at Uncle Ted. Uncle Ted, you to be old whiskey. What you, liquor? Bill? So, all around. White liquor? Everything, yeah. See, you get old, then you start making choices. Like, first when you start drinking, I drunk. Then you start getting choices. You like, I don't do white liquor. Or you start picking brandy. I did brandy. Yeah. How many of y'all used to just drink? Yeah, I had them days. Then my mama got a job. And I started picking. I used to, I mean, I said, he thought something. Oh, it's hard, ain't it? Bro, I make it look easy. That was funny you did that. I'm going to get you back. I don't like no, but don't get one off on me. I said, so you going to talk about, it's hard out here driving. Tell me, I make it look easy. I'm like, nigga, you don't shut up. I said, he make it look easy. But anyway, yeah, them days came and gone, though. And I was serious with it when I did it. And I say that to say people will believe, just like you can stop doing other things, what has to happen is your desire has to change. That's the major point with anything. You can just stop something, but if the desire or something not greater there, then you still have it lingering, and there's nothing to more or less, I wouldn't say much to compare it with, but to weigh it against. You got what I'm saying? Like Shaul made a statement. He said, I suppose that the suffering of this present world is not to be compared with the glory to be revealed. So now, what was he comparing it with? Based off that statement, I suppose that the suffering of this present world is not to be compared with the glory to be revealed. What kind of state of mind would y'all say he was in? Where was he at? Good answer. Which one? You said, well, prostitutes? Yeah. Yeah, yeah. And you know, he had to look at, rationalize. Is it worth it? Is it worth it? When you're suffering, you know, people say they want you human. Don't think when things come in your mind, you ain't still human. You ain't going to be saved. You human. I mean, why? He's not taking away anything from you. He's just giving you something to wear it again. Even Yahushua. Why y'all think he was sweating when he sat down? That man, he a human being. Man, look at me. I don't want to die. Photon. Man, you the son of God. Think about where he came from, what he knew. He, unlike us, who he didn't know. Who he didn't know. Man, I'd have liked to know. What he didn't know. Oh, man, it's some stuff I'm wrestling with in the Bible. Do y'all understand what this man was? This man came from something. What did he know? Let's deal with what didn't he know. But yet, when it came down time for that man to die, why was that man in this state? Because you in the flesh. Y'all get out of y'all mind that you don't still have things that you're going to wrestle with. You in the flesh. The man wrestled with it. You thinking he came for him? He like, man, really, y'all can kill me right now. I'm ready to go home. That man, do y'all know that man was avoiding death at every cost? That man was disappearing out of rooms. Think about, but look, where did he come from? What we know about him being written was him starting here as a babe, a yarlet. Was that the beginning of that man's life? The man said, I came from Shamaim. I know all the, listen, he said that I was here before this was set. Here's a man that didn't sit back and say, man, I'm telling you, this tight, because I'm wondering now, can he really do what he said he gonna do? I've been with the man. I watched the man create from void, which is completely empty, nothing, to but he wrestled with. And I say that because a lot of times I think people put themselves in such a way in their thinking to where it's not practical for salvation. Because you will assume he never dealt with nothing. How would he not deal with nothing? It don't tell her that. How would he deal with death and struggle with death and not have to deal with sexuality as far as being intimate when you're a man? Adam was saying that. What woman Adam seen before Ka'ur? He probably was sitting around there getting on trees, taking a rock and cutting a shape on it. You know, like that with the hips and curves and the split in the middle. How would he even know? But yet when Yahuwah saw him, he said, it's not too for him to be by himself. Ain't like he said, man, I seen some titties the other day on this chick. I ain't seen nothing. But the body is prone to. And I say that because a lot of times I think you got to put yourself outside the realm of salvation because you don't think practical. These things that we deal with, every example pretty much we deal with are examples on things we pretty much deal with commonly known. They're commonly, like we use the door entrance. We don't see where certain things you can't fit, you can't get into because of, so now what has to happen in order for you to enter? There has to be some adjustments. You know what I'm saying? It might be some altering, not of the entrance, but it might be altering the self. So when he asks us about, okay, he's talking about us entering into his Malkut. He said, I'm not going to alter the way. I'm going to tell you what you need to do to alter self so you can get in. And we know that, being practical. So everything that he gives us is something that we can deal with, and I appreciate that. I appreciate the fact I can deal with all of him that can come and deal with me on my level to where I think and I did. So I have an understanding. It wouldn't make sense to sit down and have a spiritual conversation about me, about things I've never seen, I don't know anything about. We're not going to get anywhere. I don't care where it come from. We're not going to get anywhere. If you explain anything to me spiritual that I can't weigh it against, have an example to measure by, we're just going to be kicking around words. I'm going to just say, oh, deep. What did I tell you? I don't know. I was just mesmerized because I was figuring maybe you're going to put some kind of understanding in my mind. It's not. It's going to be based upon what we do. What he told us, we can weigh it and measure it against something. I appreciate that. Christianity didn't give us that opportunity. People might say it did. It did. And that's not just to run down Christianity. A lot of religions, Buddhism, even Islam, people really just follow it. They don't really question nothing. They just follow it. They submit. See, a Muslim or Islam is perfect submission. Someone that just submits. So a woman getting raped and the man put a gun on her head. Don't move, don't call out. What is she doing? She's submitting. So this will make her saved. So you can submit to something, it don't make it right. See, for me, I'll question things to the fact of at this point, I can't leave a religion. Christianity, I put a lot of years into Christianity, okay? I put a lot of work and effort into Christianity. So to just adjust off and leave it as though it was nothing, it's not practical. So I have to look at all the things of how I got to Christianity. Pretty much that's what I knew. The people in the neighborhood, I never knew anybody to be Islam. If you were, the only thing I heard of other, I think, was Jehovah's Witnesses. For a long period, then holiness. I didn't hear about Islam growing up. I never knew anyone that was Islamic, so I wasn't familiar with it. I knew Jehovah's Witnesses, and I didn't know nothing about their religion other than they had a Bible that said Jehovah, and we weren't Jehovah's Witnesses. I knew that much. We weren't holding the people, and I knew we weren't holiness. So we all pretty much just followed something without a lot of answers to really be proven or to really justify. our servitude toward it. So now making the adjustments of, okay, looking at the name, finding where they alter, do things with the name. People say, well, really, it's the same thing. You can just say this or do that, but the problem is that ain't what people are saying. You know what I'm saying? They ain't saying it's Jesus. They're saying it's Jesus, and they're saying it for a reason, because a lot of people want to take us away from things. And make no mistake, it ain't just the name. Look at the whole behavior. It's even the day. Let's go with the name really ain't a big deal. What about all the other attributes? You can eat whatever you want to eat. You can sin any time. He covers. So it's more to it than just name change. Even with it's more to it than name change. We had to learn that. Name change ain't just it. Y'all got what I'm saying? It's really coming into, all your beneath shall be taught of me. So it's like, does he literally come out here and just teach us? You don't question. You read stuff, you say, so he's going to know. He worked through a man. You know what I'm saying? The ideal of what he gives us is practical, like with Musha. He sent him down. I'm going to put the words in your mouth, and you're going to tell it to him. And you know what I'm saying? And we understand these things. Y'all got what I'm saying? Just like the school system, they set the curriculum, don't they? What, the district? Does the district come in and teach the kids? Who they do? They give y'all the syllabus, and y'all teach it to the kids. See? We can understand that. So that syllabus is not your syllabus. It's their syllabus, pretty much. And it's set up for them. But y'all see how they give it this? We can understand that. That the school district is not coming in that room and they know every classroom and educate those kids. They're going to give it to them. And they're going to let them know if they get this grade, if they reach here, they failed. This will be average. Anything below this, they're going to set these standards. That's the same thing he did when he sent Musha. So all the things he gave us are practical for us to understand. Why people, how many kids done done? I want to see the school system. The kids don't see you. They get it from you. They know you the teacher. You're the educator. And they send them through. They make sure you learn. Just like when you go, you'll say, you'll stop, or you'll say, in the name of the law. He's not the law, but you're the representative of the law. That's who you're going to see. Y'all got it. He's an enforcer of it. Y'all got it. I just appreciate the fact that Elohim allows us to be able to sit down and see the practicality in what he's doing. Because when you have an understanding, it's harder to view a person. When you're just following something, you really don't know why. You're just following. And you can be moved. You can be turned. You know what I'm saying? When you be questioned, you say, well, I don't answer questions. It don't mean they're not still here. I'm just being honest. And people will throw you. That's how people get off. Just like with Kua. Now, she was taught by Elohim, which was Adam telling her. And yet she still got off. Y'all got it? She understood some things. Well, she knew what he told her. Don't touch it. Don't eat it neither. Less. But she was convinced. Because you can follow and not have understanding. Y'all got it? Because it don't make sense to do something. Because he told her she was deceived. And that's what people will do to you. If you sit here thinking, those you watching, those saying, that you listening and this is enough, it's not enough. Because we don't get understanding, somebody's going to throw you. How you think so many folks out here now? Somebody throws them. They just following. I'm just following. That can be bad sometimes. You need to know why you're doing what you're doing. Y'all got it? It is. And it comes to make sure, my feelings or my opinion of it is, it comes to make sure nobody moves at this time. When you settled in something, it's hard to move you. Y'all got it? It's hard to move you when you settle. But when you're uncertain, you're not really sure, you're weighing against some other things you love, then it's just a matter of time. That's just being honest. For me, I got some stuff. I do some things, but ain't none of that worth my salvation. At the end of the day, ain't nothing worth my salvation. I got to get this right. It ain't just because people told me. I owe that to myself. I owe that to me to make sure I get it right. Anybody else? Anybody done screwed themselves too many times? All right, well, I'm almost like Marilyn Manson. He took his ribs out and screw itself. I ain't said we done that, but you understand as a man. Yeah, we basically just screwed ourselves. And now you got an opportunity trying to come back. You trying to just, I'm going to need that check on the board too today. So at some point, I need that check. So then what we're doing is we're trying to go back and make sure we got an understanding. Y'all got it? To make sure we don't veer off again where we got off. Anybody ever been going this way and veered off? Yeah, and then you start looking at it. It's important to go back to consider why. Was it something in the road? Did something distract you or get your attention? Was it a malfunction with the writings, the reading of it? Just like some people went off the road because it was a manufactured defect with the vehicle. Some of it been because people were texting, people were distracted, people were doing something, or something, an object or something was in it, had to veer and go around. So we're just trying to see where we went off at to make sure this doesn't happen again. Y'all got what I'm saying? Because we definitely know there's nothing wrong with the vehicle. Mr. Yahuwah, when I'm using him as the vehicle, there's no defects with him. Y'all got it? So it's just for us to make sure we actually looking at this in the right way, and we really, really willing to go through and strip ourselves down. I don't know. Y'all look mighty niggerish like kind of. I don't know. Yeah, right. I mean, being honest, I mean, you got to fix yourself. Everybody includes me. I mean, include me. It's constant. It's daily. You know, my palau might seem the same, and it is because that's what I want. Sometimes, remember, kids used to get stuff for Christmas, and you know they get it. You're like, how they got it? They say, been talking about it all year. I knew what you want because you've been talking about it. Sometimes the parent, they might get somebody to go and kind of just ask you around to kind of figure out what you want. Mr. Yahuwah ain't got to ask nobody, just go asking, that's what I want. That's why I pray the same thing. That's what I want. Y'all got it? I'm a person, I don't have to have all that different stuff. My wife said, she cooks something like, I said, just cook that. See, I cook. That's what I eat. I don't have to have a whole lot. I'm pretty like, I don't need a whole, at a period, it's just like, I don't have time for a whole lot of sweet. Ain't nothing wrong sometimes try something different, but it got to appeal to me. That's another check, Justin. We're not cutting down no wires in here. That's 2 checks. Come on, Justin, you stacking up. Won't forget, that's 2 of them. Yes, sir. Oh, you proud of them checks? With these checks? That's how Boston did. Boston, everybody talking, yeah, put my name on the board too. That means it written up there too.
See this preacher?
Well,
cursive. These kids can't even write that.
Put enough in something to kill. So now, what we're trying to do, Johnny, you did good Wednesday night. You didn't get your Shabbat, you didn't get your name up there. You didn't get a check in there, did it? Come on, put one up here today. That was self-righteous. I said it. She said, I sure did. Just so we'll feel better. Who else did it? Who else? Who else joined? Who else was it? Is he arguing with you?
No, he's agreeing.
About you need one or something? Come on, Chris. Let's get this out right. Unlike the mom said, I hate rats. You know what I'm saying? We may hand it there. There you go. Bust it hard with it. There you go. Did you have your mind that you won't get no check?
I take my correction patient.
Put one more up there, patient. Who y'all seen that?
I'll be vindicated.
Oh, yeah, sure, y'all. Yeah, we'll see. Them checks gonna be up there for a long time then. But we're gonna look at the book, and I really want us to really be honest with ourselves. It's not about anybody else. It's always about you. Y'all got it? The word, the bar goes out to everybody as a whole, but individually, it gives us the ability or gives us the option that you can actually wait and check yourself. Unfortunately, sometimes people will watch to see is somebody else doing better or where somebody else is at. That's your opportunity when you hear the word for yourself. Somebody said the word ain't for me. It's always for us. That's right. When the word is not for you, then there's a disconnect. That's right. That's just being honest, because it can always be used. You know, this is the only scroll they're called books that where a person, I mean, although it's been written so far back, it still applies today. I mean, there's not, the cat and hat don't apply. It didn't for us because I don't have a cat and I don't remember where I put my hat. So there are a lot of things, you know, that have been written back, but this is the one book that it's not outdated. It hadn't outplayed itself. Because you can always go back, even with the messages, and you can find substance where that gives you that opportunity to look at self or get that piece of knowledge that inspires you to move to a higher level. And that's the whole goal. It's inspiring to us to put us to a higher level, okay? We'll go ahead and get that Romans 15:4. Try to get through. So don't forget, also, Purim is a card they call Sunday. They call it the last day of the week, but it's actually the first day. So we'll be having service, probably bring y'all in at 11 o'clock. So we'll let this Martine have it. So it'll start Shabbat Layla. Shabbat and Sunday actually, because it's from Layla to Layla. What you gonna say? Let's start Saturday night. Am I off? Is it? I thought it started right. It is. So it ends Sunday night. Huh? Monday night. I mean Sunday night.
I think it says on the calendar you got to start at evening and then end at evening. So it should start Saturday night and then end Monday night. So
Is it?
Mm-hmm.
I'm all low. How to get that off? Well, whatever day I just know how to show up. I don't know why I'm so messed up. I thought it was Shabbat label started, so that's off. So it starts Shabbat night, Sunday, it ends Monday. All right. I'll readjust some things for myself. All right. Well, that had to be done that quick. So I had stuff scheduled to do, but that's done. I got to do that. Is the heat on? It's muggy. I don't want to freeze. Just knock the mug out of him. You don't mind. It's a little muggy. And y'all think it's a little muggy? It's a tight mug. Yeah, not that much. Y'all the one caused all this. I ain't done yet. I ain't done yet. All I care, I ain't done yet. And I say, you sure? I ain't done yet. Had my poor baby do something that eyes closed, beating his arm. He was talking to himself. I said, the boy is talking to himself. Yeah, I know, talking to himself. This is Romans 15:4. All right, listen.
For as much as Nikatab beforehand, Nikatab for our Lamed, Kadash, in order that through this flesh and through the Nakum
Patience.
of the Kitabim HaKadash, we might hold fast Tikva.
Let's say that 9:23, the book of Oriah, they call Luke. And in people's mind, things always seem as though they're on the path. I try to tell people, a lot of times you have to be real careful about sometimes people try to display it though they're honest, but if you're honest, one thing about it, you take that correction.
That's right.
It's proven out. This is 9:23 of the book of Romans. Listen. I'm sorry, of the book of Oriah. They call Luke. Listen. Once it start flipping through 100 times. Ray, you just getting coffee now? How y'all people wait till the last minute to get coffee? I watch these folks at him. They'll wait till they start performing, get through, then run out and drink some coffee, drink some tea. I just think y'all ought to just get y'all matters together. Y'all know, y'all do stuff y'all ain't doing in Christian churches. How many of y'all remember that? Come to Christian church and go and get you some coffee, get you some tea. Anybody remember that stuff? I don't know, maybe y'all getting the bar, it just changed the thing. It's like you move folks in and stuff, but behaviors like they just kind of be off-centered. It's just stuff I just think like, you know, kind of focus your mind. When them folks came in, those people came in. While we talk, let me see something. See if that's shoot. Kahala 5:1. Let's work on some behavior things. They might say, well, they ain't sin. They ain't sin, but a lot of times y'all come, y'all got to start looking at stuff y'all need to start looking at operate. You get out the way. See, Christian church did teach you that much. Everything from the Christian church went wrong. They try to teach the people the reverend. When the bar come, the word come, you went up walking around doing stuff. How many of y'all remember that stuff? Okay, they ain't playing stuff. They be like, man, pretty than you want. They be like, no, you set yourself down. Let's see, they'll help them out. This is 5 and 1. Look, listen, 5 and 1, listen.
Keep thy regard when thou goest to the Beth of Elohim, and be more ready to Shammah than to give the Zabak of Kasalim, for they have
I
no.
wonder that Kesalim is supposed to be for fools. They said a sacrifice more red here than to get a sacrifice of fools. See what Kesalim is. Kesalim. Kesalim, I think it is. And see, this to help all of us out. See, if you don't, so what you can hear the bar, but it also, it's a reasoning why he has an order when things are done. A lot of times people don't understand why. They'll say, well, it don't make sense. Like, I think what happened for us, this the way y'all, I'm talking about nobody else. A lot of things you learned, they had you under bondage with, and you feel like now it freed you from everything. Y'all got what I'm saying? He still have an order on how he does things. And our goal is to look at making sure we follow. He told that everything be done decently in order. Y'all got it? That to help y'all. I'm just telling you, just stuff, you know, y'all just got to start learning. Y'all got to stop it. I'm going to start throwing y'all stuff in the trash, too. Y'all put it out there when I get it. I'm just telling them, throw it in the trash. You go in the trash can, you go out there. I want it in the dumpster outside. I want to see them crawl in that dumpster and get their stuff. Y'all keep your stuff in your car or keep your stuff on you. I just got to get y'all focused. Y'all make messes. Y'all just messy people. But I have to correct all these behaviors because it's just stuff y'all do. Y'all bring giant bags with y'all. I never walk in here with giant bags and books. I don't get it. It's like, what do y'all come in to do? What are y'all finna do? Take a bath? Y'all ain't got no babies. What y'all need all these bags? So it's like, goodness, what do y'all have going on? Focus yourselves. You have too much going on. Y'all travel too much stuff. I don't know, my life, I just can't be walking around with everything. I need my hands free. I need to just be able to go and do. Y'all have just too much stuff going on. And I think you overload yourself. You're cluttered. Your life is cluttered because you can't move without carrying so much junk. You got to be able to be free moving. It is. I don't know how y'all got yourselves in that stuff. I don't know, it's just some bad ideology. Somebody told you everywhere you go, you're supposed to have a bag on you or something. I don't know where y'all get that stuff. I got rid of book bags. I don't think I had one in high school. That's what my locker was for. Just a lot of stuff y'all just carry to do. It's just like a lot of excess junk. It's like, why? I'm a man. We grew up, stuff y'all do now, I don't know how y'all, it's like, for me, I'm so thrilled with y'all. I'm just curious what I'm saying. Y'all know all we had was a wallet. We just had a wallet. We just went. Y'all had bags and bags of junk. You can't move without junk, carrying junk. It's like your life actually has you where you had to keep all this junk on you. I'm just saying, what's going on in y'all life that you have so much stuff and your life is in a bag? You know what I'm saying? It's like, I just got to carry this bag and my life in this bag. I got to leave, now I got to go hunt for this bag and find this bag. It's like, why? I have things I need to carry with me on me. Things I don't have them on me because I don't need them. I don't like a lot of stuff. I don't like to be cluttered with stuff. I like to be kind of free moving. You know what I'm saying? I like to be free minded. Like I said, same thing with things. I don't like a lot of stuff on my mind. I just free myself up so I can be free. So when information comes, but a lot of stuff y'all do, you don't realize it shows your life. It's cluttered. You keep so much stuff, and that's not all you keep. I know y'all probably think I'm just talking. You'd be surprised how much stuff y'all do it show you. Why you off-centered? You keep too much stuff. That's why you see me carry stuff. Y'all saying I tell you I had to get rid of stuff. I said I had to let stuff go. I said I can't hold on to it. I said I become ineffective. Well, he said, seeing we also compass by so great a cloud of witness. What we supposed to do? What was it? And that does do what? So we can do what? Some stuff just a weight. So it's like, why do I need it? Because a lot of time, what it showed, you can't let stuff go. You hold things. You don't change behavior. Like y'all come late, I'm going to do something different. We're going to start locking the door. You don't make it, you don't make it. Just go back home. Waste your gas. I don't get the same people. This is what I don't get. I'm curious with all y'all. Does anybody know when service starts? How is your life built that you come late all the time? That just says something. Y'all don't think that's something about your character? because that shows you're not punctual about doing things. Y'all know the book told you you're supposed to be instant? No, just not only that. He told you about and being fervent in the ruach. You know what I'm saying? It's just things we have to adjust and change. And a lot of y'all don't know why you stay and you go backwards. You got to change things about yourself as well. It's things you know about yourself, but no one's challenged you or questioned, told you, you can't serve like that. Don't y'all know he told you about the Nabi? Who know what time they got up? You know what? Who know why that was important? Hands. I didn't see no hands. Hands, why? I got one here now. I got Ryan back there. You got an answer? Big man. No, we need that check, right? Cause I saw that hand, right? Ryan? Ryan beat you. Who? I can't hear you. Signifying what? He was in the bar. You're right. You see how, a lot of y'all don't, how many of y'all didn't know that? See, these are key things. All this played a part, not just justified. Like people, he died, he rose. This signified. If y'all knew in the 21st chapter, book of Matthew, in verse 11, and the multitude said, this is Yahushua, the who? The Nabi or who? So now they say he was a Nabi. Don't you think people watching this guy to see, man, this guy waking up like 2, 3 o'clock in the afternoon? That's how all that signified when he got up from the moot, from the dead, from his murder. See why it made sense? He was a Nabi. They rise up big time. They rise up early. But you see that? So you look at, and this danger about y'all, I know what you're saying, but what's going to shoot you in the foot? You ain't going to believe there was a situation that happened one time, and the people started knobbing. They started Nabur, just started doing it. And Mushah had left out. There was some more people did it, and he wasn't there. He asked Yahushua, who they called Joshua, about it. He wanted to know, was it for him that he was concerned? He was looking at, you weren't there, and these people were Nabiing. They just started Nabuing. He said, when Yahuwah, that all his people were Nabah. He said, when Yahuwah want all his people in Nabah. So I have a problem with y'all guys and men. This so we there, just talk y'all as men. Fat, stupid, or silly. Okay. That's tight right there. Y'all see that? Said probably it's fat. Then they put stupid and silly. I've been trying to push y'all. We're going to make some changes. This for everybody. Those of y'all watching in, you have a home, you have an internet shepherd. So I'm going to work with you, but you got to follow before I cut it off. And here, I'm trying to get y'all to make changes. I need to see growth spurts. Honestly, there should be growth spurts. A lot of y'all have settled out to not doing nothing. Y'all have just cold turkey, just this way I'm at. It's like you can't do that. As unashamed as men, there are things we have to always aspire to and to do better at and become better at. You know what I'm saying? Especially when it comes down to this halak, this walk. So you always want to make sure you're making adjustments and you're not plateauing. We're talking about from ruach spiritually. A lot of times y'all are plateau and there's no push or no drive. You'll keep a group, you'll stay from somebody that's going to push you to say, you have to move in this direction. As men, there's just things you have to be able to do. Men that late start, that's not something I do. I watch him. Bryce will come to work late too, he'll do that. Some stuff I watch y'all do, though, I don't know how y'all do it though. It's just, just one of the things I look at. I just look at straight shoe, just stuff, I don't have time to do that. Y'all men, as men, all y'all, it's just stuff y'all shouldn't do. I brought it up on him too, because he do that. He'll come late too. To him, put a late one too. They'll come about 9:35, 9:40. They'll do that. It's just like I'm telling you what they do for y'all. Do it, men. Ain't none of y'all exempt in here. Y'all do that. That's just where y'all at. You don't care. Said, men, I'm telling you what y'all do. You always want more. You always show me the who. Whatever you give me, I'll do better with it. I'm gonna do better. I want you to put more in my hands. See what happened, and I'll watch y'all to see y'all patterns and see it. Y'all don't break patterns, you'll never change. And then it'll affect you in other areas. Punctuality is of importance. Just like Yahuwah, he knew when he was coming back. He knew when he was coming. He had to let Abraham know, I got an appointed time. Hello? And when the fullness of time would come, you didn't believe what he did. About 20 minutes later, as soon as it was time, he said, I did it. Because as men, this is something we have to do as men. This ain't the women, this us men. Women gonna mess around, they'll have kids sometime, they got other stuff. Women do. They ain't every woman done, right? But as men, I watch y'all do, I just call their name. A lot of y'all ain't strong enough. Y'all not strong enough. Please don't add me that. Please don't come say. Please don't do that. Don't do that. You're just not. Because you've been in that way too long to where breaking y'all out a lot of stuff. And it's a lot of men watch me. Their wife can tell them the same thing to them. They'll tell them, say, he ain't lying, you want too. But then they're going to be ready to cut them down and say they preaching. I already know how the stuff works. She preaching. She's not preaching. She's just saying, yeah, as men, that's everyone, you're supposed to be in the forefront. Men in the forefront. We're not following. We don't follow women. We're in the forefront. He had a problem about that when it came to people. So see, when he talking about going into the house, the Beth Elohim, he told you to be more ready here than to get a sacrifice. And the word he came, fat, stupid, or silly. The man said you shouldn't be in these predicaments. Fat make you sluggish and lazy. I know, I'm not fat. I got you. You're going to try to justify something else. But these are things, he had to have a reason why he tells us to do certain things. You have to look. He even talked about Yeshurun. And did what he do? He kicked. That's right, he did. He kicked up. So a lot of times you got to, almost like to say, enlarged heart. It is, and for me, I know people look at me, oh, he think he all that. No, I don't. I'm actually just sitting here to do a job. You think about it. He can give you the pen. That's right. They're not going to follow you. I forgot. That's going to be the problem. Because they're going to be looking for an example. I could be an example. What's going to be the key word? Instead of I am an example. That's going to kill you. I watch out and I tell y'all this. See, other people impressed with, oh, yeah, so many men. That doesn't impress me. I look at men performing. Because, see, all y'all got, it's enough of y'all guys, man, y'all could take over a city. Okay. I know. I'm with you at that point, too. I don't see you doing it either. Because you can't see it. Ain't no way I can see you doing it. Because you don't see. Listen, a Yehudi is going to outweigh anything you got. It ain't about us being, somebody can have the book knowledge, they can have the finances, they can have the cars, they can have the house. They're not just going to have the lifestyle. It's what you can depend on us to do. Yes, sir. See, because we look, imagery is everything. The image, I tell y'all, wherever y'all go, you're supposed to make a difference. You're going to make a difference wherever you go. You stand out above any other man. Okay, you got to believe. People don't notice me. The right situation to show it. And he wants somebody, he'll let the right situation have somebody pick you aside. There's something different about that person now. Y'all give him something, you look at, you take the task to do it. See, a lot of times y'all went on something bigger that happened in your life. I don't see how you can't handle nothing small. Okay. I tell you, I start out cutting grass. I ain't talking nobody. I put the lawnmower in my trunk. I just cut grass. They made me a preacher. You know what I did with that lawnmower? Hello? I kept that lawnmower right back in my car, and I kept cutting grass. The elder came down there, and he stopped me to let me know, tell me this need to be your ministry right here. I look at that lawnmower like, if you fall on the ground, I push the lawnmower on you. You need to be cut. So we don't need folks all in the pulpit preaching. So this right here, ministry. Then they had a meeting with me, the deacons and them got together, and appointed and said they didn't want me to do nothing else. So absolutely, listen, that's what you doing nothing. Don't cut no grass. Don't do nothing. Because my pastor let them have it one day. They were talking about how they were all bogged down. He said, bogged down? He said, Brother Smith didn't want to do all the work. He kept. Listen, they got together, had a meeting, and the meeting came out with, don't you do nothing else. Don't cut no grass. I was cutting the grass. There, I was taking care of member. I found member grass was cut. I drive straight to the house and cut their grass. Charging nothing. Wouldn't even take water from them. But I wasn't trying to do it for them. I just looked at it needed to be done. You know what I'm saying? And I just didn't get the fact that people, like a lot of y'all, this hurt y'all. Y'all won't do nothing nobody don't tell you. That scares me with y'all. You call that man tells you to tell. Ask how many times he had to tell me to do something. Some stuff don't make common sense to me. You hear, you see it. Why? Why would somebody have to tell me something that I know needs to be done? That's scary to me that somebody had to tell you, somebody has to, come over for a second. All right, go right there. All right, come over here. Come stand here. All right, so, okay. Now come over here and stand over here. Now this is a little bit different. They're gonna say, I know, because they think they're smart man. You giving him a command, how he gonna know to go? I'm just saying certain things that you know you need to do. These are things I'm telling you already know. Nobody should have to handle you and pick you to do something. That's just helping y'all as men. You've been living, you got your slung and all that working for you. But the brain part of you jumping into action and being proactive without somebody having to handle you to every second and know things have to be done. That scares me. Because if you have a caring for things, you do it. Okay. It's all about what you put in it. What'll happen? Y'all want stuff to happen. I know you probably say, I'm going to start doing stuff so something will happen for me. No, you start doing something because it's right for you to do it. Let Mr. Yahuwah pick what he's going to pick you to do. What he going to got. But it start with, I don't know, man. I guess it's all about what you care about, what you got. That is, a lot of folks want more, do something. You don't take care of what you got. I don't know how that works. How does it work? I don't take care of what I got. Let me get something else. How many of y'all got kids? How many of y'all fix y'all kids' food? All right, your kid get it, scramble in it, don't eat it, and say, I want something else. What you say? Okay, why not? And say, Mr. Yahuwah dumber than you. Can you believe that? Did you know Mr. Yahuwah was dumber than you was? That for some reason you outthought him. And he giving you something else. Putting you over something. Y'all know, I aspire above those guys, and they hated me for it. I ain't tried to. It's just, if you care about what you got, why wouldn't you? You know what I'm saying? I just looked at, why would somebody have to tell me to do everything? I know it's got to be done. Why would somebody tell me everything? Why wouldn't you take care of something he give you? Somebody say, well, it's old. Take care of what you got. How you want something new? You can't take care of nothing old. So you're going to change when you get something new? People, they'll lie to themselves. Something new going to get worse than what the old was. Because you don't have a care. You just tear, you destroy it. You don't care. It ain't about making nothing of God. I'm just telling y'all about stuff. If you want something, man, take care of what you got. That's about, I don't know why people don't take care of what you got. He said if you be not over what? How many things there were? A few of them. He going to make you a ruler. And we never seen that happen before. Because Daud had, 150,000 sheep? Man, ruled over all Yasharal. So we got proof in the pudding. But y'all will do that, and it scares me that I don't see a lot of more people. I guess it had to be something that really, something you want to do. So that's more me talking more than I need to been talking. Because I've been with y'all, you ain't going to believe it. My pastor never had to talk to me like this. I talk to y'all. We never had the conversation. We never had the conversation. Ain't that amazing? Me and him never had that conversation. How you need to start being proactive. If you being a man and being a young man, and y'all know I was 26. We never had the conversation on how I need to be proactive, I need to be a man, how I need to go out. We never had the conversation. Never came up. I wonder why. Hello? I know you might say, look embarrassing. You'd be surprised. Y'all ain't the only people. People don't teach folks how to be men. They teach you how to get a mustache, to trim a mustache on a beard. They don't teach you how to be a man. Because a lot of us, they never had the real conversation of, and then older men felt like these are things you just know. That's a lie. You don't just know nothing. Nobody just know nothing. Adam ain't know nothing. He'd have left Adam and pulled Adam from the ground and left him now, he'd still be walking around right now. Because there's no way for him to know nothing unless he showed it to him. And what happened with us, a lot of people that you felt like did you a service didn't do you a service. Because they didn't tell you. They didn't show you. I go over stuff, I try to teach, I really try to show y'all. And y'all think, people take me, oh, he tried to kill the king. I know you do. It's just that nigga spirit you got. Oh, you're trying to kill us. I'm trying to stop the production of less performing men on the street. At some point, somebody's going to take the responsibility. And so we got to stop putting less performing men on the street. Because then it's failing the kids. We're losing the image. We're losing the likeness. Y'all got what I'm saying? Mr. Yahuwah established something when he did it. He wanted more men to be like him. He said, let him have it. If he gonna be like me, let the man rule. They don't want no rule. They don't want to do it. They don't want no responsibility. What y'all think Adam sat around now? Man ain't got no clothes, ain't got no drawers. I'm a free man. You got to keep this place. You got to get here and name this stuff. You got to give order to this stuff. That's what he look at. That's what I do. You're going to have to do that. You have to follow me. I didn't make you just sit around and do nothing. I made you because you got image. Everything here knows it's supposed to be subjected to you, but you're going to have to make sure you subdue it. He got this, everything you think about, I'm going to, because something's going to get out of line. Subdue it. Y'all hate me. I can feel it because I'm getting stronger. Well, ain't everybody, but I can feel it. I'm getting stronger. That hate make me stronger. It's like get stronger. Because I really do. Let me tell you something, man. Y'all want to know a secret? They ain't got nothing better than a man. That's why he made you first. Don't let a white man, black man, Chinese man, ain't nothing better than a man. Don't let nobody tell y'all no lie. Now if you devalue yourself, that's where your mind at. That's where you at there. A man ain't nothing. Your mama ain't nothing. Okay, no offense to your mama, but your mama ain't nothing. A man, you ain't got nothing better than a man. It's just sad that men don't have that drive push to make them aspire to want to. Because, I mean, life in itself, I guess it crushes them somewhere. I've been crushed by life. Don't think I've been crushed. I've been crushed. I quit. I just didn't want to do it no more. I did. I ain't talking about I want to commit no suicide. I ain't talking about that. Just didn't want to do it. Like, why? Why the pressure? Why the hustle bus? Why the go? Those are groups. Those are people you get with. Because you ain't going to believe it. I ain't do it by myself. That's why I tell y'all about peer groups and people you have to get yourself. You need people that motivate you to push you. Like I said, motivation from I don't want to die a sinner up in Sheol, nickel. It's groups. People don't believe it is. I know like y'all stay away from me. That's fine. That's fine. They think I be reading people. Too late. I already read it. I do, but I care. I care. I'm my women. I want to see y'all. I want to see y'all high performing. I think the men help set that protocol, set that standard for you. You're in the front. Quit looking for a reason not to do. Look for every reason to do. That is. People say, man, you got to try to run behind. You got to run. Then he said, you can't be running behind that. They all going to play that nigga stuff. I can't tell them that. Everything here, down here, that's excuse. Now they can't do nothing. Look, I'm going to do all I can until you get back here. I'm going to do all I can until you get back here, up and to. If the world going to end tomorrow, I'm going to work up until it ends. I got to work. Like I said, I do just like you said, I got to work while it's young, because when the later comes, ain't nobody going to be able to work. I need our king, not just him out there. We need more men performing. We need more men processing to go get. Y'all, I'm telling y'all, if I had every one of y'all guys functioning, moving parts, we can only do more. We can't do less. We can only do more. That is, it ain't down. They don't know what preacher got. What you gonna give me? What preacher gonna? Anybody giving me nothing? I gotta work, maintain, think, figure, compile, and make stuff happen and do. I mean, it's just that. Nobody call me and say, what you need? Do any of y'all remember calling me, offering me money to see if I need it? Anybody? Wow. I guess I can't do nothing then, huh? Because ain't nobody calling and offer to give it to me. So I don't know how I'm going to get nothing done if nobody give me nothing, right? Thank you, brother. Getting something done. I got to. Too much we got to do. I need men. You owe it to yourself to be the best man you could be. Every one of us are him. You owe it to yourself. Don't ever settle for anything less. Don't let people push you nothing different. Listen, we can strategize. It's nothing we can't get done, we can't do. Our young men we got here, they're going to have to see it in us. We can't wait for a TV series to come out. We can't wait for them to make another movie. 9 times out of 10, what color the character going to be the hero? The savior. There's nothing against white heroes to say, because whites need to be able to see whites doing it. People say that, I don't care how the world goes, people still need to see people. Imagery is important to see somebody doing something positive that look like them. It's important. So don't act like it's not. Whites need it. They need it. Chinese people need it. They needed Bruce Lee. They was at a low point in their life in the 70s and back. Bruce Lee pulled them out. Nobody respected Chinese before Bruce Lee came out. Now, I don't know before that. Do you Uncle Ted? Before Uncle Ted? No, they ain't thought nothing about him, did we? Bruce Lee came out whooping up everybody, and you start thinking everybody Chinese know karate. And look how they inspired. Bruce Lee, he pulled them out. Now, we had, what's that black boy, Jim Kelly? He did about 4 or 5 movies, and they were in color, so you couldn't really see his face till he smiled his teeth, so that movie went out bad. Jim Kelly movie didn't really get big. They should have got. Jim Kelly did, so y'all remember Jim Kelly. Everybody don't know him. But anyway, so, you know, you need to see people doing things positive. And we need to see our men doing things positive. And you need to be, instead of just looking for somebody, be the creator. I want y'all to start being the creator of. Don't worry about watching nobody else, being the creator. Then I want to see you work with somebody to do something. Because you know what the stigma is? There you go. Break the stigma. Break the stigma. Come up with a foolproof plan to where things make sense and it's practical, and how you work together in order to create it to make it happen. Y'all got it? Okay. I just put it out there for y'all. Y'all can hate me now, but you either take a Quaalude, you'll love me in the morning. So this is what he was telling about, okay. Kesel. I want to pronounce that from looking at this, but what's that? Seal? It's sealed? They're saying kes, this is ill. Kes ill. You saying kesil? So you saying the S sounds twice? What? Kesil. What you say? Did I say something different? What y'all hear? Because I'm breaking down, I'm looking at the phonics. So I look at the phonics breaking it down, tell me too how I'm going to pronounce. Sometimes you enunciate stuff, you almost make the sound twice. I'm saying to break it down, so I don't know if you're going to still get the S to this side. Would y'all agree or disagree? Am I wrong?
No, I wasn't saying, but that's all I'm saying. It's not, to me, it's like you're saying L opposed to eel. That's all I'm saying.
What did it sound like I said?
It's like you're saying L opposed to eel. So I'm saying L opposed to E.
Oh, it sounded like I said in the L? Come on, big man. We ain't gonna do all that. Come on. I just want to see if you'll repeat it again. Come on up here, big man. I heard you. There's always one I gonna fight. I just talking about working. Y'all say two black folk can't work together. It's true. I ain't no way in the world two black. Man, I tried. I said, this is a moment where he and I can work together. That's what I said. 2 black men just working together. Y'all saw that? Whole thing reduced to rubble. I called him. What's that boy name? What's that guy name? God, don't break me. What's that guy name from New Jack City? Not Nino, the other one. Yes, you do. G Money. $5 million, you done reduced it to rubble. Yeah. So now, Kesil. That's what I've been saying, Kesil. Kesel. Kesel. Come on, one more time. You can't be there. Then I'm thinking check. How you say check? Yeah. So wait, come on back to the writers. We'll look at the writer. So figuratively is actually stupid. I mean stupid. Stupid and silly. He's saying, all right, look, keep thy footing when thou goest to the best of Elohim, and be more ready to listen, Shama with the intent to do, than to give the Zavak sacrifice of fat, silly fools. For they have no knowledge that they do Ra. Like Ra'ah. Ra'ah can also stand for evil. Y'all know that? Ra'ah ain't just shepherd. It also can stand for evil. They might drop the Ra for short, the Ra'ah. It can be for a good or a bad. Okay? So we hear that? Be not rash with thy paw, and let not thy lob heart be hasty to utter anything before the Elohim. For the Elohim is in Shamaim, and thou art upon the Arats, the land. Therefore let thy words, Dabarim, be few. So when we come in, a lot of these things he giving order And this is coming from the kahalath is the preacher and lecture. This is a lecture. He was giving them an order. Now, let me ask you a question. What could have been going on when he said that? Well, we want to, yeah, chaos. Man, we won't say chaos. But only reason I say that because we learn with the word. I know what you mean, a lot of disturbance, a lot of things out of order. A lot of things being out of order. Because the only reason to make, we never thought about it. Why would you be telling people? Why would they tell the people should already know how to come in and how to do, right? So you're telling this because you're looking at this is a problem. They didn't let their words be few. And he learned why. They're going a lot of time people making overly committing to things. And when you put something out, you want to make sure that's what you're going to be able to do. That's it. To your knowledge of what you know and to what you know your ability to do, unless otherwise proven, that's what I'm going to do. Y'all got it. If I say I'm going to go over here, I'm finna get ready to go over here to this chair. Now, if I fall out, I have a heart attack. Now, I didn't know my heart that week I wasn't going to make it. He done lied before all of he. Now, that's not the same thing, but going and committing out to certain things you're saying you're going to do. Because sometimes you could do things in the height of, and then later on when you kind of come back down out of your Holy Ghost, then you realize I was way out there. So we want to make sure when we do things, we want to know how to do them. Y'all got it? So order is important, and the reason why I want us to look at these things because a lot of times we don't consider orders. Let's see. As by a multitude of cares cometh a kalam. Let's see what kalam is. Oh, I like shalom, but different. Is it business? What is it? A dream. Oh, kahal. We said kahalath. No, I'm sorry. Kalamut. Yeah, it's saying kalam. Kalam. Still go over to the root. Okay, a dream. Okay. Okay, let's go back. Okay. Comes a dream. Cometh a dream. So by a multitude of dabarim cometh the call is for that. Sound? Call? Yeah, sound. But I'm thinking about something. Oh, the voice. Call is for the voice to sound. This kasil is fool. This back to fool again or stupid. Okay. The sound of a fool, the voice of the fool. That's what it said. Oh, kill it. Okay. Comes the voice from a multitude of words. So that's why he was telling them to be careful about what they say and how much verbiage they put out of their mouth, because a fool is going to be known by his speech. Y'all got it? So that's why it made sense he told them to be a few words. Y'all got it?
Yes, sir.
So when thou vowest, I guess it is for the vow, or neither unto Elohim, defer not to
Pay it.
For the Elohim, the Yahuwah had no pleasure in fools. Y'all got it, this plural. Pay that which thou hast. That's right, which is Shama. Better is it that thou should have not make a nidar, I guess for the vow, than that thou should have vow and not fulfill the nidar. Y'all right? Or the commitment, for the commitment. Suffer not thy paw to lead thy basar into kata, sin. Y'all see that? See, now we're learning your mouth can put you in condemnation. A lot of times we look at just the eyes and other things we do. Now we're looking at the mouth can put you in the condemnation. He said, make you commit kata. Hello? So these are things, the reason why we're looking at, so why would he tell them now to keep their words few? So, why he ain't talking about the eyes? Could you be looking at some Buddhas or something? A woman could be looking at some pickles. Because he's trying to tell you there's other factors that we have to always count in other than just the eyes of lusting. There's other things you got to be careful. He said them out. He said, well, and I got to commit adultery or fornicate or something like that. He said, yeah, but your words, or you made a vow, and now you're going to put yourself into condemnation because you hadn't fulfilled it. And a lot of times people might say, well, that's why I don't make no vow, so I don't come to condemnation. It's going to kind of get you in a little situation because the people did make a vow under Nakum Yah. Some people looked at what they put out their mouth, they knew that's what they were going to have to do. So a lot of times people look at, well, that's why I don't vow, so I don't wind up getting in condemnation. But then you don't vow because you know you're a liar and you know you don't ever hold to a commitment, so you don't ever get to grow a change. Y'all got what I'm saying? Like me, I made a vow. I saying that, y'all have saying that I made a vow. I only saying that because that's what I did. So a lot of stuff, y'all say, I don't know why you sing it. I know why I share it, because that's what I did. I made a vow, and I meant it. I ain't going to take it back. And it was a Kodash vow, too, and I ain't going to take it back. I made a Sadiq vow, and I won't take it back. And I made it to Yahuwah, and I'm not going to take it back. Y'all got it. It just got to come up to the measure. What we need to do, we just need to do a cleansing. Make sure we get this thing right. You can't keep going the same way. If you ain't, for the average, don't raise your hand. A lot of y'all can tell the truth. You're not getting no different results. Don't have to raise your hand. It'll be too many of you. And you're not getting different results because you're doing the same thing. You can't get different results doing the same thing. You got to do something different. Y'all know that? That's just being honest. It's things you got to do. Let me tell you, even with working out, you look at sometimes people say, no, it's trigger points when you're doing anything. It's trigger points. Just like when you piss a person off, trigger points. It's trigger points that hit to get people, get things to happen, or get things to start moving. You have so many different exercise videos or other stuff because different people got different trigger points. Somebody said, well, I tried that, but that didn't work for me. And they'll find what hits your trigger points. Because everybody have a science to what they're doing. Mr. Who has a science to what they're doing. And you need to be somewhere where you're getting trigger points so you can start making those adjustments, making those changes. Like you're not making it. You're looking for reasoning or rationale to not doing or underperforming. I can't help you with that one. Because I won't understand it. All I understand is it's got to be done. We got to do it. That's what we do as men. I mean, that's just as men. A lot of times I just get hung up. I'm just so thrown. You know what I'm saying? I see drag and interesting. It's new. It's a new era, but it ain't the young people. It's people that's old enough that y'all should be in a different mindset. You know what I'm saying? I guess the computers and games made y'all lazy. You know what I'm saying? We had to get out and do. There's a lot of walking in the country. A lot of walking. There's a lot of walking. That walking, we had to get them going. Them folks go take some granddad. You thinking, talking about the granddad ain't got no phone. Like y'all can call them, take a message. You got to go, and them folks looking at you to be speed or take something, say, take this to daddy. You thinking, you probably need to get a car. Because I'm walking. And a walking nigga don't need to be taking nothing to another walking nigga. A nigga with a car need to be taking a walking nigga something. You see what I'm saying? But unfortunately, I'm stuck with, you got to go. You know what I'm saying? And them folk walk, listen, you'll get left. Them folks are patient. Country folk, listen, walking people that walk for a living, they don't walk like y'all. Car niggas slide and look. Folk got to walk for a living. You got to go. When you ain't got no car, listen, your step is 2 to every one. You 3 to 1 they step. Car niggas sit around, wait up. You done left them. You like, I ain't got no car. I'm the car. I got to go. Everybody running in the country. Now I used to walk in the country. Walked all the time. Walking is a sin in the country. It's too hot. So it's just stuff that you just learn. You had to go. You had to go. They get you up early. You can't let nobody in the country all day. But them folk, you got to get up out of there. You can't let that. You got to get up. And that baby got to be me thinking, are y'all serious? They're like, somebody got to wake up the rooster. Like, let somebody else do it. I need to be sleeping. So they break you early. That's what I need to do. I need to take y'all the country to a cabin and let y'all get and wake y'all up so y'all can wake the rooster up. I'm gonna have to get y'all. Once you get up, when you start waking the rooster up, then you'll pick your time up better. You'll start being more proactive. See, your life just dwindling away. For y'all young ones, y'all don't realize you ain't gonna be young long. Y'all move slow, you ain't gonna get no faster when you get older. It's impossible to get fast. When you get older, you get slower, you decreasing. Y'all got it? So you have to already be in a high mood situation, a mindset, so as your time comes, you're completing things. Y'all look at Yahushua. What is ministry known to be, approximately about 3 years and some change? Look how much he got done. Man was working. Man was working. So we got patterns out here that we have to be mindful of, our King. Y'all might think I'm not y'all enemy. This thing gonna come down to the rubber hitting the road, and y'all move too slow. It ain't every one of y'all now, but it's a group. It's like, woo, what happened? Got to put y'all on some rougher extreme stuff where it get y'all going. Y'all got it. A man is a thinker. He always got to be thinking. Y'all got it? I'm just telling you, a man always got to be thinking. Can you imagine Yahuwah sitting up there talking, what? Man, I don't know what's going on. Man, that man got a whole, what y'all think he constantly doing? Got to be. I mean, come on. You operate every heart, every mind, every death, every life, every sickness, every healing, every wound. You operate everything. Y'all understand that? The man, it ain't just you. I got animals. I got stuff on the safari. I got stuff in the Serengeti. I got stuff in Kenya. I got stuff going on everywhere. I got icebergs. I got snow to put out. I got earthquakes. I got storm. I got hurricane. I got floods. I got droughts. I got disease and pestilence. I got locusts. I got fraud. I got stuff dying, washing up. He said, I do all this. And you asked me to do something for you too, didn't you? Done. Hello? Y'all see what a high standard he left for a man? And I get y'all one-dimensional. That scared me. Yahuwah, only thing he one-dimensional in the book, declared the book, he's in one mind. That's the only one thing he one-dimensional. Other than that, it said, and nobody can turn him. That's how y'all have to be. You have to be set to where nobody can turn you from their mind. Hello? Nobody can turn him from what he determined to do. Nobody can turn him. And that's what you have to be. We as men have to have that thing that determines us to do. So set down order, how things have to be done. Really, if you want to blame this whole world in chaos like that, blame it on the men. Go ahead and say it. Go ahead and holler. They took the men out of home. Who took them out? Who took them out? The man allowed himself to get taken out. The man allowed himself to get taken out. Because how did the system get put in play? For years, women couldn't even vote. The man won't take no responsibility. You put your own self out. We put our own selves out here. And now we try the man, nobody want man, nobody want no man. We put our own self out here. We wouldn't hold no order. Just like Adam. So Ka'ua tricked him? Man lost everything. What's wrong with our men today? Who tricking us? The sisters? Who tricking us? Who tricking us? We allow. This us. We allow. Instead of like this. We allow. At some point, when the difference going to come up from us as men? We should be able to ride up them women on the street, prostitute, pull out a car, get out. She think, so you don't have a customer. You got somebody to talk to you about how you ought to be conducting yourself. So what woman taught Ka'ua how to be a woman? I'm sorry. What woman taught her? Now we said that we use maturing women to teach women that have matriculated to a certain age group. But if you go and look, the man did all the teaching. In the schools, it were men teachers. Wasn't it men teaching? You had in elementary, which I had men teaching, women teaching. Both. But there were more men in there doing it. Now the men have got away. We just gave it to the women. And look where the school at now. They got prayer out of there. They got everything out of there. Got order out of there. Them women can't hold down no school with no kids. You got some women do pretty good. Don't fool yourself. They can't do it. Woman mind ain't there. Got too much going on. She got to bleed one whole week a month. Them kids cutting the fool in there while she bleed. Then she got to call somebody. Then she seen one of them tilt jerker that night. She ain't finna be no good the whole week. Somebody ain't get picked on American Idol. She got to come back to work. Man just pissed off about the football game or something. That woman, it's a lot going on, man. It's hard for them. We need more men to set this thing in order. That's what he told Timothy, to my own being, after the common Amanah, Kabul, and Khan, and from all. For this call left ID in Crete. Those are things that desire. He said, I want you to ordain Zakanim in every city, just like I appointed thee. Y'all, that thing, every city. You go to a city, put one of them over it. These cities ain't going to be right till we over it. He ain't telling them put a mayor over a city. He ain't told them put a governor over a county or a CEO over a county. He said put an elder in every city. Put a Zakanim in every city, just like I appointed thee. What he got to be? Got to be blameless. That's all I want to do, get somebody upright. Get somebody. Don't y'all know anyone y'all are king should be able to fit that position? Only reason you shouldn't be able to do it because of the age. Okay, let's go. Give me that 2-in-1 title, Tom. I'm going to help y'all out. And these women need men out here. We lose them everywhere. They lose them in Africa. We losing them here. We lose them in England. Lose them everywhere. Every time they say they want tighter and tighter pants. Less and less responsibility. Less and less drive. More and more complaining. Non-productive. Can't work with nobody. Man, I was in school. They put that thing, they'd have checked that thing on that paper. Don't work well with others. Y'all got that on there now? Oh, we had all them blocks. Work well with others. They put over there, they put an S- or an N. Not satisfactory. That was important. You know, how many y'all remember them important? Y'all remember they put it on there. They put it on. Y'all have, man, a block. They want all that. They don't listen. Want to know listening skills. They had a block on that listening skill, N, or they'll put a U. Unsatisfactory. Man, you look bad. They grade you on everything. Listening skill law. You got to talk. See, now, that man, you look stupid. Parent, look at yourself. You can't hear? You thinking, yeah, I can hear. You know you're finna get hit. They look at that paper. What's wrong with your listening skill? They finna give you an ear test. And you holler you can hear. I know you can hear. This stuff on that paper. I'm finna slap the piss out you. They ain't play that stuff. That's embarrassing. How your listening skill? You can't work with nobody else. Now they don't make them work with nothing. They grade you on it. They want to know, how was your listening skill? Do you work well with others? Participation. I know a bunch of y'all. That's why y'all don't do nothing. They ain't had nothing on your paperwork. This stuff is important. Let me tell you something. You're not going to find nothing better than a man. Okay, guys? That's for the record. You're not going to find. You want to fix this right where it's at. Get the men to performing. You're going to get a better arise. I know they folks ain't going to do no better. And you know why? Because you're not going to do no better. I'm a believer that any one of us performing and doing what we're supposed to do, you make a difference. You make a difference and you're effective. Wherever you perform the way out here, you are effective. Don't ever fool yourself to think you're not. You are effective and people notice you. You want people to give you accolades and put trophies. Some people know you, they don't say nothing to you. They just let you go. But they could tell us a difference. They can say, there go a man's man. Should just be just a man. They'll say, that's a man's man. They'll pick it up. Women, they'll say, you tell a man. But you know what? You don't want to perform. Y'all don't want to dress down. You want to try to look like these young guys. Want to try. Josh should do that Greek, and he want to look young. That joke got all that gray in his chin. I like, why y'all guys don't want to be y'all age? I don't know. Why y'all want to still try to look 20? It's like, you ain't 20. Don't try to look 20. Be your age. They need to see seasoned men. They need to see that. They don't need to see old men trying to look like they in their 20s. Look at me. I'm 75. I look 20. Nigga, you high. Y'all look your age, be your age, do your thing. Because we got to set, because you know what? These are points in life we reach. So our young men need to know when they get to this age level, you should be here. You should be carrying yourself here at these age groups. Like now, we so mixed up. The old guys look 20-something. Try to look 20 by dress, but the nigga about to die. Bro gang and can't hardly lift up his knees shot. You don't need no bro gang pop. You finna die. You know what I'm saying? You can't get on with weak knees. You got to start. I'm just being honest. Our people need to know. You need to know where you need to be. They need to know seasoned men. Now you try to get guys trying to look way younger. Listen, take care of yourself. That's how you look. That's how you look. But you ain't got to try to dress look like these folks out here. They need to know these. They need to know these are age we've achieved. You need to see people. What they keep saying? The old ones dying. They need to see. They need to see settled 20. 20, y'all get stuff like 20, y'all make 20, y'all try to look like teenagers. That stuff throw me. I wasn't trying to look I was married. I ain't had time to try to look no teenager. I was 20 something, I ain't had time for that. It's a different world. When I was 20, I never wanted to look like no teenager. I'd have had a fit you'd have thought I was a teenager, I was grown. I'm a grown man, why don't you think I'm a teenager? These niggas be 20-something years old, and they trying to look like they 18. Don't look like I 18. Nigga, you sick. You sick. Who wanted, when you know how hard, I always wanted to be grown. Only time I want to be a teenager when I was a kid. When I was like in the 9s and 10s and 12s. I didn't want to be no teenager when I was in no 20, like a kid. Why would I want to look like a kid? Mental. But see, because our men are afraid of maturing, this is comfortable for them. Because if you think I'm a kid, then you're not counting or expecting nothing out of me. I know why you do it. I know why an old man will do it, because he's not trying to get responsibility. They're afraid of responsibility because responsibility is commitment. Now you start committing, now this weight on me and folk gonna be expecting me. Talking about to be a man? To be a man? Man, that's the less pressure in my life. Being a man, I don't get that. What else could I be? You know what pressure been about trying to be a sister? Because I'm fighting against the norm. See, a lot of people don't like me, okay? That's fine. They don't know it. I don't like their mama. I just throw that out there. You got to strike somewhere. No, your mama fine. I still don't like her. No. But the thing is, why people do kind of grasp to me, because of the fact they can deal with the fact I'm straightforward with you. On a lot, I'm really straightforward. Some stuff I don't come to y'all on air, because I know you ain't gonna be able to take it. You're gonna strike me wrong when I'm telling you this is not gonna go the way you try to make it. Because I tell you, so I already know where I'm at when I told you, because I've studied, I've examined, I know where you're at. You're gonna fight it and it's not gonna work, because I'm not a liar. I don't have any reason to tell you a lie. I know where you're at. I want you to change. I want you to make adjustments so to see differently. See, what happened with us, be honest with y'all, you'll be surprised. See, you start measuring things like, I learned about guys I thought, me and Bryson, we had a good conversation last night for a while, then call came in, that's why I dropped off. But anyway, I told these young people, and I tell them now, a lot of people y'all see in school, watch in a few years where they at. I got guys came out of me 55. They older than me, I'll be 55, 56. These niggas still is carrying themselves like they in high school. They still high school in mentality. They still in high school. I don't have a conversation. I just don't have the time. It's like, how you stuck back here and you here? This is crazy. I don't get this stuff. It's like, why would I be back there? Do you know what Shaul said about things behind him? Do what? Forgetting and pressing. Man, I can't be out here trying to be no teenager. That's retarded. That's retarded. They try to be 20, try to be 30. I'm not. That's impossible. We got to learn how to function. That don't mean you die with your age, but you got to look at, when you reach certain pinnacles, there are things you learn in life. And those things you learn in life play a part in your action. Like some people, they old, they ain't learning. You got old people don't learn because they keep making the same stupid, nothing clicks. Like for me, I had to catch on stuff early, quick. I always been around older people. See, I couldn't be around people, 14 in the club, I couldn't be in there. Anybody got a football game? Anybody got some marbles? I had to conduct myself as such. I was going to be, because they watching. The man already watched me. I didn't do it. He looking, trying to decide. And he go ahead, stab my hand and let me in. So I came in here, touched on my booty, got a mirror in my shoe on the dance floor. And so who does that but a kid? I never got put out of there because I carry myself as one of them. You see what I'm saying? So y'all have to start looking at some point, you have to start carrying yourself at a different level. A lot of times it's just getting y'all to click it and realize you got to get rid of that. Let me try to run back and be 20 and 18 and 12 and 11 and 5 and newborn. You can't do that. As men, we're stuck with the responsibility of, as men, Y'all got it. Nobody want to hear our complaining. Nobody want to hear our griping. Nobody want to hear our crying. You're a man. They just look at, get over it and go. And then you open and you have feelings. Don't think you don't. I'm with you. But you understand, we're dealing in a society where they don't nurture our hurt. So if we don't know how to speak to one another and get each other past stuff, you'll lose. That's why a lot of men lose. That's why they lose. It's better just go to jail. Don't even worry about it. Jail, guess what? Everybody on the sound. I don't care what you got out there. You ain't here with us, nigga. And that's how they operate. They keep people around, and you'll look at people you think your friend, they're not your friend because they wouldn't tell you the truth. Yeah. They don't want, no, people not your friend. People your friend that tell you the truth. They'll say, listen, man, you adjust and change. Because if you adjust and change, guess what happens? You get better. Yeah. And you put them behind. But as long as you stay down, as long as you ain't doing nothing, shoot, nigga, both of us ain't going nowhere. And it's a beautiful walk. Two niggas ain't going nowhere. Beautiful. Both of us failures. Both of us never gonna try to do nothing. We ain't gonna never try to do nothing. We're just gonna wait on things that just some kind of way miraculously just happen. When nothing miraculously happened, he put everything into play and gave it an order. He gave you some. Why you think you ain't doing nothing? Because you never followed the order. Think of when he put the ox in, what he told the ox to do. And what they doing now. Thousands of years later, put the fish and told them to get in the yawn. Where they at? What they doing? You know, the other day I was walking, fish walked right past me. Catfish. Thought it was a woman, it was a nigga. So, you know what I'm saying? They try their best. But see, everybody try to make Mr. Yahuwah way look like it's fallible. But it's infallible. He's incapable of error. The error comes in when people try to take what he said and try to recondition or realign it to fit themselves. When he said everything, the grass, what the grass doing? You see what comes from it? What's supposed to come from that? It's supposed to be yielding seed. They tell me, them weeds, man, I got weeds in my grass. You ain't gonna believe it, Diamond. Your weeds is grass. And it's doing what he told it. He told it, brain for herb yield. Those what you call weeds, a lot of them are medicine. They weed. They're doing their post. They said, I spray them and everything, and they keep coming back. Guess why? They refuse to die to the order. They say, I might go down. I'm going to get back up because I got an order. You looking at, but I spent all that money to spray. But the man sprayed us when he gave us our order. He told us to come out from the grass. That's why weeds don't grow out your behind and out your ear. Everything doing what he told it to do except for. These are conversations we need to have before we start moving to a lot of this. Because if you don't see how important it is for you to function as such, this don't make sense. So I'm looking at this. These are our orders. These are our orders, guys. And you can't deter from this. It's just like Betty said, if Betty would give me how full of silver and gold. I could never supersede anything he told me, and I can't do no less. See, you guys try to look for a safety meeting where, like when you say before, one time he had a shirt, I told him about that, I said, I hate that jacket. Don't wear that jacket no more. He was looking one morning, told Chris, what you think? I'm trying to look for something. So I don't have to hear his mouth. He was trying to say, that man wore a Suki Aki jacket. I said, I hate that jacket. I told you I hate that jacket. Take that jacket off. He was up on TV. He was sitting down. I said, you heard me. I said, take that jacket. I hate that jacket. Sat there just looked for a while. I said, take that jacket out. He unbuttoned it. His shirt had one button here and one here. All of them were busted, gone. I said, keep the jacket on. But in saying that, we kind of look at for us, we'll try to cover up, but eventually it'll be shown. Just like that. He looked, I got the jacket. Nobody would question me or ask me to take it. It just so happened I hated the jacket. So since I hated the jacket, I went out and it showed one button up here was on and the other one down here. One down the belly, one up here. All of them were busted. It's like, why would you put on a shirt that only had two buttons? Because it shows you where people look at, I'm used to working insufficient, and I just learned how to cover it up. See, stuff that people say, how you pick up all that? You watch people. Things you do have a character to it. And a lot of y'all don't realize where your character flaw, your dragging, your irresponsibility, your non-functioning, you leaving to other people. That's not all you do. That's not all you do. You're thinking, oh, that's ridiculous, that's stupid. How you going to take one thing and try to judge somebody? because you tend to do what's practical for you. Y'all got what I'm saying? You tend to do what's just practical for you and what gets you by. And it becomes dangerous at a certain point because you don't get a growth spurt to happen for you because you never try to go beyond. You never try to push yourself to a higher level where you can be more of an achiever. You like staying at loser level. So when you get ready to quit and fail, you already where you need to be and your excuses are already made up. See, for me, I can't have no excuses. I can't have them. I can't have them. I can't use them. They ain't going to help me do nothing. People look at, how many of y'all count on me? I'm just for record. And y'all know what? You know some folks, man, don't put that pressure. Don't put all that pressure on me. How you putting pressure on me? What y'all expect me to do? Fly. Y'all look at me to get and take this whole roof off and put it back on? Y'all just look at me to do what? Do my job. You ain't going to believe it. That's what I was minded to do. As men, stop thinking folks are trying to kill you by getting you to perform. We need, because so many other men are not functioning, we gonna call for you to do more. It's gonna impede, you're gonna have to do more because it's not there. People keep looking for excuses. It's too many of us. Listen, if people are doing what they're supposed to do, help y'all out with something, okay? It shouldn't be a time that all of us are not functioning to what he told us to do. Somebody's not going to function. That's going to put them in a default. But with the other of us that are functioning, he can suffer it well. Things working out for you. And if things working out for me, things going to work out for you. Y'all got it. That ain't now to be to where things not to say it's going to cover up for you not doing, but you can see how he still work because he allow things to happen to get you to consider, but yet he don't leave you all the way out where nothing's not working for you. But see, you have to learn that, and you learn it through a process of growing, making changes, becoming more attentive to his voice, the call, the sound. Yeah, that's a dog. What kind of dog? See that? Sound distinctive. Somebody said, that is a dog. Kill that dog. Your dog got a marked penis. That thing dragging the grass. Kill. That's not no dog. You going to jail, they catch that thing in your yard. That's right, about a hyena. But see, distinctive sound. Somebody distinct. So there are things you have to be, your ear has to be acute to when it comes to his word. Anytime his word coming, you got to be acute to it. You know what I'm saying? They got, you ever see them blow a dog whistle, seen them probably on TV, and you'll see a dog do that number that one. Because you can't hear it, but you saying, what that dog hear, his ears tuned to it. Guess what? You would say, so you're supposed to be to the word. Now notice, nobody else can hear that but the dog. So when Yahuwah is speaking, regardless, okay, he's saying, them bars saying, we walking. You can't hear that. Yahuwah say, stop. He wasn't talking. His ear wasn't cute to hear. That's good. You see what I'm saying? Your ear cute. I just know when he give me the call. I can't worry about it, you know. I can't even, well, he ain't stopping. I'm going to keep going. I know what he told me to do. See, a lot of y'all get yourself trained because you're looking at other people. I can't worry about what other people are doing. You do it human to an end, but it can't distract me off from what's been committed to your trust. And a lot of y'all look for other people, look for things for your excuse so you can quit. You got to get past that. Stop thinking you're the only one. Like he told all Yahoo, he said, I got 7,000 hands about my knees. He might not have all of them together. And you know what they're thinking? It's 7,000 guys sitting somewhere. All of them could have been separate. I got 10 over here, 1 over there. I got 3 over there. I don't know why they think all 7,000 sitting by each other. No, he got folks in here doing supposed to do people somewhere else, while some of y'all ain't doing. Everybody he got doing right ain't in him. Y'all hear? But guess what he got? He got some people that done set themselves and said, listen, I'm going to do what the man told me to do. And men, do y'all understand what your order is, what you're supposed to do? All right, let's see. Let's walk through it. I'm trying to, what time? Give me a minute, Robert. Let's see what he told, but speak thou. I'm sorry, but you speak. Titus 2:1.
But you speak the things which are suitable to Mashiach, Orthodox Yehudi doctrine.
You know good when he say no stuff like that. Y'all know good when he say no stuff like that. That's just flat out retarded. I thought the thing was saying it was the Orthodox, but I was saying, why would you put that right there? See, this is no different than James. On the fact that everybody keep trying to push their agenda. Just tell us what the man said.
Come on, that's right.
What the man talking about? But speak thou the thing which Orthodox Jewish doctrine. Stop it. Which becomes something sound, something firm. That's what sound is. They saying suitable. Sound is something firm, something hard. Y'all got it? That's what he's looking at. He wanted to speak something that's firm, something that's solid. That's going to be the doctrine. Doctrine is something taught. Okay? So that's what's important. But he's going to use Orthodox Jewish doctrine. Come on.
Zakanim need to be temperate.
Temperate. Let's see what temperate is. Temperate. Relating to or denoting a region or climate characterized by mild temperature. So that's what y'all supposed to be doing. We're talking to the temperature. Old people need to be talking about the weather. Showing moderation or self-restraint. Y'all hear that? Showing moderation or self. Or you need to be talking. That's when you're old people all the time. Child, it supposed to rain. That's speaking. That's what age. See, that's what he want the age supposed to do. I can tell you, you ain't supposed to talk about nothing but the weather. Stop talking about the Braves. That's what he said up there. Related or denoting a region or climate characterized by mild temperatures. So you talking, boy, it's sure a little hot. No, mild temperatures. Now they say that showing moderation or self-control. So that should be 11. That's things that he's saying that people, when they reach a certain maturity and age, a young man wouldn't know that. Because a young man going to try to go as far as he can with a lot of things. But see, when an aged man, he's telling the Zakanin, the elder, he going to look at, he needs to know how much of a thing he can do, how much he can eat, how much he can drink, how much he can do certain things. They need to be able to understand that. Y'all got it? Okay, come on. What does he put it now?
Respectable. Anashim of.
Oh, 1 minute. Where you? Oh, respectable. Men of. What are you putting up here?
Sakal. Being orthodox.
Sakal. Where remember Sakal from? Who? Stephen. Let's see what this is. Oh, Seagal, Stephen. Let's see what this is, Seagal. What they put? Sakal. I'm sure that probably be S-A. Probably S-A-Y-E. You know what I'm saying? The I type. You putting it now. Sakal means wit or intelligent. Y'all got that? I'm sure that's, what you call that, Yiddish. What he putting it there, Sakal, he's saying but wit or intelligent. Y'all got it? In the expression, use a bit of Sakal or pity. They done. Okay, that's what I'm giving the sentence. Okay. All right, we appreciate that. Okay, see that? And what he want to do about intelligence? Men of intelligence being, no. I know this. He upright, or the upright. I don't know what's they need to stop it. Oh my goodness. And the Malak Mashiach, and Amunah,
In Ahab.
and in Ahab.
In Sav Lanut.
Oh, whoa, we're not doing that. No, I didn't hear you not. No. You better go get it fixed. Isn't that right? Man, I know you ain't supposed to be doing that. Isn't that right? And y'all doing it, you better stop it too. Yeah. Tight. Let's see what that is. God, please don't mess me up. I got children watching. Come on. No, not long suffering. They're saying, I know. I want to see what I know. All right, long suffering. They're going to probably be different. Savlanat.
Newt.
So it's saying the ooh, we said the ooh makes a double O sound. So it said, so you've seen nut means patience. Yeah. It can even be used for to be patient. When you accompany the word with a not so friendly gesture with your hand. Hold on a minute. Is that the bird finger? That's a. I don't know what they done. I don't know. All right, come on. So in long suffering, come on.
Similarly, senior Nashim,
Yeah, similar to women, the Zakanat
Zakanat, and Hitna Hagut,
and a conduct.
as befits Kodash.
Okay, so that as fitting separate. The senior women, the older women, the Zakanat, and he's saying with these, they should have their conduct as befit as Kodash, not
Yentaz of Lashon, Horah, nor slaves of wine,
drunken.
but Melamidat es Hatav, teachers of two.
The good, yeah, the good teachers of, or teachers of good. So, is he using it for teachers? But teachers, this is how they do it. Because we use
Murray.
Murray in the old, but this is their new writing. So, right here, the AME. Did y'all put that for the Murray? Oh, alignment for teachers. Yeah, for teachers. Okay, the alignment. Okay, so I just saw you did the MED first. Okay. So we need to find out what it is. Yentas, Lashon, horror. What that? I know what a horror is. Josh, you want to teach about the horror? Neither know. See, Yiddish. A woman who talks too much. So women, and see, y'all have to learn that Prince, you'd have that little mouth rolling. Yeah, so you'd have that mouth pop. Y'all remember Prince had that mouth popping out? You'd have that mouth going. How many of y'all remember? Now they don't remember. That was a long time ago. What, that last night? No, I just called it, but no, let's see that for the women. Y'all see for the young women, they need to learn that. The women learn about talking too much, a gossiper, unable to keep a secret, a woman who spreads rumors and scandal. So they're talking about these old women, these young women gotta realize that. And y'all learn that if somebody tell y'all something, that way at stay now, it's something that, oh, I'm gonna tell y'all, I'm on here horning around. So no, I'm not keeping that. We ain't keep that different. You know, somebody tell you I'm going through something, you know what I'm saying, you know, personal. That anybody. Y'all see folks, I don't tell these folks business. One don't have nothing to do with the other. I don't have nothing to do with it. Y'all know that? They don't. They tried to get it from me one time. Jahi, hypocrite. Yeah, one time you sell a live stream, you gonna tell her, but live stream cut off. I said, he said, yeah, I was out of town then. You didn't finish telling her. I said, I said, well, you don't tell other people business. They said, come on. They said, you can tell it's just us. I said, they said, yeah. I said, I do this. I tell you something. I said, what was the rumor between Michael Jackson and Janet Jackson? And they went everywhere. They went to folk crawling from under the bed, talking about this me. I was just looking. They were just going. They were breaking it down. They had a whole story going. I was just looking at them. And finally, one of them, they said, let me ask you something. They said, do this have anything to do with what we asked? I said, no. They said, why? I said, because I told you, but y'all wasn't going to stop. So I just said, what was the rumor between Michael and Janet? And y'all took off. So I said, I just let you win. I never told that was the story, but you just kept going. So, like, that's something y'all need to look at. Folks tell you stuff. Don't be going with, oh, they gone, I can tell. There ain't nobody. If somebody tell you something, that's where they stay. Y'all got that? That they pertinent, that don't make no difference than him. That they business. Y'all got that. How you don't, y'all women, y'all need to learn that. This thing a little slower. Give me one more jump right quick. See that first by now they call First Timothy real quick 5 and about 14. Let me see something. While I'm talking here, I'm gonna come back over here. So they're talking about the age one. And see, they're talking about the age women though. That ain't Smith. Ain't she? I seen a picture of her. Show Milsa too. She shows you look out for her pastor. One thing I tell you about her now, a whole bunch of y'all, I put a bunch of y'all together. Wasn't nobody carrying her named Shell now. For the record, wasn't nobody carrying her, she carried her own weight. She definitely wasn't no drag. She carried her own now. She was a major supporter too, big supporter. That lady carried her own weight now. She wasn't no backbiter. She'll tell you something. She'll let you know it now. So y'all young, y'all can mark and learn from her now. She carried her weight now. Y'all know what y'all had him. Yeah, Michelle served good him. Appreciate her. Let me say that right. This 14. Back me up a little bit. Let me see what 12 say. Y'all need to hear this. You know what I'm saying? It's 5. They call it 1 Timothy. We call it Barnabas, born of the Nabah. His name Barnabas. They call it Timotheus. All right, back me up to 10 since I see married. Okay. Yeah. Let's get in that fight stuff. 10. Let's see what he taught. Listen.
And is known for her 2 D's.
See that?
As one who has reared her beneath well.
Raised her children well. A lot of y'all, our cool, gonna get in a lot of trouble with this. Showed
hospitality.
They showed up at the hospital. I ain't seen that talent. When it showed up it showed the hospital. Isn't that right? This is what did what?
Wash the regal of Elohim's
Some
arm.
of these heifers ain't gonna wash their own feet. Wash the feet of Elohim's arm. See, that's something y'all need to look at there. See, that's a humbling state. Y'all remember the woman washed Yahushua's feet. Took her hair and dried it. Used the tears to wash it. These folks like, I know a lot of times women that get their nails and get their stuff done, they won't humble down and do no stuff like this. They think they're beneath them. But see, we come along, now time done changed down here for these people. But the bar Elohim remained the same. You see that? One who has reared her own children well, not just reared them up, done a good job with. A lot of y'all, look, they like, I just get you up and get you out of here. That's not well. You want to raise them up and done well. Show hospitality. Wash the feet of Elohim's arm. Help those
in trouble.
The help got them in trouble. And
engaged in all kinds of tool work.
Look at that. See, that's a bit different. Y'all cool. Y'all want to learn it now. This is written for y'all. This for everybody. My wife, your wife, single women, everybody. A lot of times folks keep going. This stuff y'all need to be paying attention. Let me tell you something. The reason why people are not productive, because people don't, this is what happened. Everybody today see a new way. But the same man they praying to ain't never changed what he said. This the problem, and folk keep trying to see why it ain't working my life. Why? Because you ain't doing what he told you to do. It ain't just rearing up no kids. He said, you've done a great job at this. You've done it well. You know how to show hospitality to people. You know how to do these things right here, and you engage in all kinds of good work versus you stay in all kind of junk. Okay, listen.
But refuse to enroll younger widows for when they begin to feel natural passions that alienate them from the Mashiach, they want to get married.
See, that'd be their first love, the Mashiach, but now they ready to try to go get them another one. I remember it was a mother we had one time over there at True Dirt, and she got married. She was up in age, too. I couldn't have seen her throwing that old as she was, but apparently she throwed it somewhere. He died, too. She never come back when she killed that one. I don't know if she sucked the mud out of him or what, but she was up in age enough where she shouldn't have been doing that. I mean, the way they were, they really couldn't even, they should have made them look at each other too long. All them wrinkles, I couldn't have got nothing from it. All I could do is gave her a towel, told her to wrap yourself up. Ain't that right? Get her iron. You get somebody, you got to iron them before you have sex with them, man. Too much work, man. Let's just lay here and just talk. Be like Terry Campbell, can we talk for a minute? I'm finna go to sleep. Ain't that right? Ain't that time to being honest. Man, old as she was, man, you can't be trying to rush around here and trying to you get a certain age. That man tired. That's what he trying to tell him. See, the Mashiach, and like a lot of y'all sing one. Now, until you get one, you need to set yourself to where Yahuwah is your center point. And how that help you out too is when you're looking at a man or considering a man, you're looking at a man that measures up too, versus get what you can get. See, this that pit post stuff. You don't want to be getting what you can get. Because you know what you can get. You can get AIDS. You can get a venereal disease. You can get in a world of trouble and get a whole bunch of children and you stuck. I'm telling you, when they come down, You want to start looking at men that mimic the Creator, that mimic that. That's your standard. If you're serving why? Because what you serving out here for? Because he don't show up, he don't provide. So why would you get a nigga that don't? Are y'all with me? It don't make sense. I mean, what are you looking at? You got the imagery there, so you're looking for something that measures out too. Because listen, Mashiach is who I'm having to embrace because I'm single. So if that's who I'm embracing, if I'm finna say, okay, all my time out to him, I'm at least looking for someone that mimics. So when I give because now I'm still falling in line with the order. The order, he mine, till I get me one here, I know how to treat that Ish, right? At the same time, this Ish understands the role that he play and understand my obligations. You don't need to be getting no nigga you got to drag and get and got to keep sitting down and trying to pump him up to be no man. No, put a hole in that tie. Be time for that stuff. Be like, come on, I need man. You need man. Just can't be man. Come on, I'm hitting that thing, tearing it up. Go tear that job up. Go out there and tap them bills. I want you to hump them bills to death. Hump us out of poverty. That's just, no. I mean, kind of slamming door, lose the whole world against us. So, we're not doing this. No, we're not doing it. The whole world, everybody. I ain't against you. I'm telling you, they'll find a reason now. They'll find a reason to try to act like the whole world. I know about that stuff. I've seen folk do it. Don't do that. Don't do that. Whole world ain't getting the world don't give a F about you. One way or the other. If you make it or don't make it, you create that stuff in your own mind. That's everybody. Quit using that stuff. Quit. Just stop it. Folks ain't holding you back. It's true. It's very plausible, very true that you could be gunned down out here, but at the same time, how many times it really happened? Look at the numbers you're going to count. Then count all the black men in the world. This ain't an everyday, every second event. So don't try to use that to be criminal while you don't go outside and go to work. But you go to the bathroom, they need to shoot through that toilet. Nigga want to work out, unbolt that toilet. Nigga, go in a bucket. Let me tell you something. You're a man, you can't get away with this stuff. A man got to be all the way down. All the way, that's what you do. I mean, man, my dad worked on the same job for 47 years. I mean, he was sick. Every day he got up, he tried to go where he put his leg in that pant leg and just fall back on the bed. You remember the time he was sick like that? He put his leg, still try to get area, he couldn't, listen. He'd get on side, he'd get his pant, he'd put his leg in there, fall straight back in the bed. That man tried every day to still get him try to go to work. Man, that was one job he worked 47 years. A lot of men ain't gonna make it 47 years old. Cause just like your push drive, y'all just gotta stop it. I appreciate what I seen him do now. Like I said, he wasn't no Isha Elohim, but I see him as a man go. Now he did do a lot of complaining about stuff. He did complain. That nigga sure complained. That's called how he saw stuff, how he grew up, how he did it. I just don't choose to use that. I can't complain about everybody and everything. I don't like some stuff over there. I don't use none of that for no excuse why I can't do what I gotta do. I'm gonna keep reinforcing that because I get sick of them excuses. I just get sick of them. It don't make sense. The time you put in an excuse, the time you put in a rationale why you can't, you could have been doing something. I don't expect nobody out there with no sign telling me they hungry. Because if I was hungry, I ain't gonna be holding no sign. I have a gun. I'll tell you about that thing against your window. I'm hungry, real hungry. Oh, that sign ain't gonna get that. If I can stay here all day, I can go to that Walmart and wait on somebody to check somebody's bag. Oh, that stuff, I don't stop at that stuff don't impress me. Run up and try to clean my window. Nigga, get back. Man, one joke, one time we were coming to eat. I think Jay, we were right. I think it was 3 color. We were coming. That joke, he was going off on everybody. He was saying, that joke, he was at that car, he was going off at that car. That joke, I said, this is not finna be good. That joke, he parked there, he came my car, he said, I was like, because once you hit my car, I'm finna be out of this car, your behind finna be stomped out here on this street. I'm like, you gotta be crazy. You hitting people's cars. He was hitting the right foot. He turned right, he looked, that joker thought of that joker said, rashing that hitter. You hear him say, boy, you is finna leave him. You hit that boy love that truck. Once you slap that truck, that man gonna lose it. Man, just like people mentality, he will beat up on folk car. You got that much energy to run behind car and slap folk car. You need a job. At least go be Mike Tyson punching bag, get you at least $20, $30. There's some stuff that don't make sense. I'm being honest with y'all. Yes, it's unfair. Life got a lot of hurdles, but the excuse a lot of us using men, it don't make sense. It just don't make sense. Only reason I tell y'all guys, y'all supersede anything I hear, you got Yahuwah. Okay. Y'all know what other guys y'all know can't say? If they get put out, they ain't got nowhere else to go. You can't say that. You can't say that. You cannot honestly sit here and say, I can't get no help from nowhere. Can y'all say that, any of y'all brothers here? I ain't talking about from out there. Can you say, I can't get no help from nowhere? Is there not people out here that can say that? You beat them every time. Ask these folks how many want your spot. The fact if you fall, you slip, somebody get you back up. That don't happen out here. You fall, you slip, that's your problem. I don't have nothing to do with that. There be people like, that's not my problem. Y'all slip, you miss. That's Yahuwah showing you, nigga, what is y'all making all this grumbling, crying, complaining can't do? You ain't got nothing but shelter help. Nothing but constant talk. These men not getting no talk on being no men. They're telling you got to be feminine. Homosexual get help. They got bill. You got to be gay for somebody to give you help. You got to be a homosexual before you get help. These people going to have to sell what they got in order to get help. I'm talking about sell out their stability, sell out their integrity, sell out their sexuality. You don't have to do that. That's all because of Mr. Yahuwah. Your car went down, you ain't got no car. You got to walk. If people like how their car go down, get what they got to do. You ain't got no credit, you ain't get no car. You who ain't did nothing, but I say that, let me tell you something. Y'all have it too good, y'all be ashamed of yourselves. Y'all be ashamed of yourselves. Everybody. I ain't just talking, for the fact that the man did nothing but take care. You know how many people, if they got anywhere near you, these folks ready to blow their brains out. You ain't got to blow your brains out. If the bill get cut off, it's off till they get paid. Nobody's giving them nothing. You ain't got to do that. You ain't got to do that. And y'all drag. Piss poor. It's like this man had been nothing but a covering. This man had been nothing but a covering for all of us. Ain't just a covering. He gives me the stability, baby, do what I'm doing. He gives me the ability, baby, do what I'm doing. So it can be a push to let her know, ain't nothing we can't do together. Nothing. I try to tell her, nothing we can't do together. Nothing. Y'all will do for everybody in the world. These folks don't care nothing about you. And y'all love them. You love, these people don't even use tissue. When they met, they look at you and say, come on in here. Teeth, tongue, and gums. That's all they want from you now. Teeth, tongues, and gums. That's all you be using. And these folks don't care nothing about you. They don't care about you. They don't care about your family. They don't care about your existence. They don't care about nothing you got. Yahuwah been yuking on us. I'm just telling y'all that. Y'all don't have to appreciate it, man. I know your life is terrible. It's miserable. Go out, go get up on one of them. Go up on the I-20 bridge. Get out. Go sit there and tell them about how bad your life is. Let me ask you something. How many of y'all think them folks on the I-20 got other options? You think before I cross over the expressway and start dragging boxes and sticking them up in a buggy, I had some other options? This is all I had. And you don't see none of them cars stop and get out and offer some more cardboard. None of you know them folks looking at them saying? That's where they want to be at. And I don't feel sorry for them because they made choices. Is that your story? Y'all don't appreciate it, man. You don't till he put you in that same spot. If folks like that, they ain't gonna appreciate it till you put them out there. It's stuff you ain't gotta do your kid. Y'all know how many of these folks kids, they gonna lay out now. They ain't got nothing to eat. Y'all know how many folks, these kids go to school hungry. Them sack lunches, they have them for them. A cheese sandwich called, we gotta make sure you eat, but we're not gonna give you no lunch. We'll give you a sandwich and a milk. You ever seen them kids before eat that? And y'all used to laugh at them. She looked over there first. She looked how much that. But how many of y'all seen kids had to eat a sack lunch? Y'all ever seen them? And what y'all used to do? Feel sorry for them, start crying? Give them y'all lunch? How many of y'all remember that same kid eat sack lunch? Cause that's the one they give you. I'm talking the one they give you cause you don't have lunch money. How many of y'all used to get them y'all lunch? Whatever it is, that's on them. I got mine. That's how the world works. And y'all don't realize that Yahuwah come to give us an understanding, realize you can't keep winning the world like that. You got to consider when he give you something, it ain't just for you. There's nothing he'll give you just for you. He going to give it to you because you're going to have to be beneficial to somebody else. And y'all niggas had his mind and everything you got is just for you. Why is it? How's that benefit if you the only one going to benefit from it? He teach you how to work cohesively, everybody pull their weight. Let me tell you the signs what he had. I'm going to try to let y'all go. He said, the poor should never cease out of the land. Therefore, how long? Until. It could be a point where it could stop. You can stop giving and you can start fixing. Set them to where they can provide, where they can function. So everybody can have an equal opportunity. Just like he taught them when they went in to gather a home. Every each was supposed to gather what? His eating. And the number of the people of his house to his eating. Nobody had no more than another. That's how he wanted to set it up. See, what made sense for them, it wasn't about them teaching them how they ate. Every man was only supposed to get a homer. That's what they would call socialism now. Somebody said, I can eat more than a homer. You probably can, but I say everybody get a homer. He said, that he that gather over, he that gather much, and he that gather little, but that there may be what? That was starting from when the time he was sending them out and they would get the manna. It was called manna. It meant what? They didn't know what it was. So then it came down to the fact later on, you ain't gonna believe it, that everybody came and laid their stuff down at the Shalakim feet. And what did Shalakim do? They walked over the top of it. As every man had need, they made sure nobody had no lack. See, when you've been functioning in a system where it's always been predicated on making sure nobody's without, it's not hard. You know what people, man, I couldn't imagine doing that. You're right. You're selfish. You're a non-ambitious nigga. You're a thief. You're a robber. You're a hater. So you're exactly right. I couldn't imagine you doing it either. See, they could do it because they function in a society where, I mean, if you ain't got nothing, we got to give it to you. That's law. What do you need? What do you need? I mean, that's law for them. So it wasn't hard. Like people say, man, the Spirit of God really had to be moving. You talking about the obedience? They're complying to what they were already taught. See, everybody keep wanting to put it on the Spirit, come and make them do something. You have to be willing and be acceptable to what he's telling you. See, it makes sense that we all look out for each other because your day coming. See, the problem with a lot of y'all, you screw everybody and you waiting on your day. Your day is to leave you screwed. Your day ain't to help you. That makes sense? See, when you've been a helper and you've been the one that's been giving and doing, it's got to benefit back to you. But you to screw, you to lie, you to get over, how it's got to be for you in your day of need. Makes sense. You see what I'm saying? That's why we learn to function differently. People want a different outcome. What are you doing different? How many that makes sense to y'all? I ain't trying to force nothing. I'm just taking, listen, you keep doing what you're doing and see how long and see how far that gets. Let's do this. How well has what you've been doing been working? Makes sense to keep doing it then, don't it? See what I'm saying? How well is what you're doing working? That's how you measure whether or not you're doing it right. Is it working? No. Why? Because you're not complying. That's his way of trying to show you. See, what Yahuwah could do is set you like a lot of people, make it look, give you the mirage that is working to keep you in the derision so he can just take you down. Versus he give you the information so you can consider and look at, I need to make adjustments. If you got something, he going to take it. Just a matter of time. So you set yourself where you already had yourself set to where when I had, I distributed. When I had, I distributed. So there's no benefit. The reason why you do that, because it got to come back. If a man sowing seed, what's going to happen? And it fall on good ground. So when he run out of seed, what do he do? He sit down and he die and kill himself. He just wait on the harvest. See that? That was a practice. What is it? He ain't going to keep throwing seeds all his life. Eventually, don't even get a chance to set back. So guess what? He'll set you down in time where guess what thing could, guess what happened? Them seed coming up. Hey, you know what I just thought about? Something got you said, look at that. Because you've been sowing seed the whole time. See, you're not a thinker. Don't worry about it. You're not a thinker. How's something going to come back in when you ain't putting that out? See, this is what they don't function on this. How is something coming in when you ain't putting that out? How that work? I'm waiting on some money. Every day I giving the money out for it. I'm just waiting on some money. How practical it is? See what I'm saying? It don't make sense. Stuff y'all do don't make sense to me. You have to put out in order to receive. All right. That's far enough. That's not what y'all expecting tonight. But we don't get ready to let y'all go. Y'all can get y'all self ready. But we don't get ready to let y'all go. That's two.